because sometimes time to time you'll see if you put the limits too high, then there are people with that information and they'll sign up for accounts and beat the heck out of you. So you keep the limits enough to where, hey, you can have a little bit of action on this weekend's fights, make it entertaining, but it's not going to incentivize a bunch of insiders from Connecticut signing up for an account all of a sudden and beating the heck out of us.
Yeah. Well, I know one of the big blockbuster main events for WrestleMania, and this has got some crossover appeal for a lot of people, but Brock Lesnar. I mean, obviously, you are very familiar with Brock Lesnar. Obviously, he's found a home in WWE now that he's kind of retired from UFC. But I got to think, anytime Lesnar's on a card, it kind of brings in a little bit of a mainstream audience, probably a few more eyeballs to the event that maybe not there. But he's main event against Drew McIntyre, and I see Lesnar's actually the underdog in this at plus 225.
Yeah, I was talking to my guy the other day about this, and of course, like you said, I'm a big MMA guy, so anytime these MMA guys are on these cards, it definitely helps. Some of the regular sports bettors who might not be into wrestling, but also a guy like me, I do pay attention to wrestling, but I don't, I'm not into it a lot. So when Brock Lesnar's wrestling, that definitely piques my interest a bit. And I talked to our wrestling guy, and he said, they're touting McIntyre a lot more. So yeah, even though Lesnar's the champ, McIntyre's the minus 350 favorite, where the take back on Brock Lesnar is plus 225.
Yeah, one thing I find really interesting, too, about this is, obviously we've got that Lesnar match. We've got Shayna Baszler going up against women's champion Becky Lynch. Shayna Baszler obviously coming from MMA as well. We've seen Ronda Rousey come in. We've seen Cain Velasquez come in. I mean, I find it kind of interesting, that WWE's now kind of found its home for a lot of these, I don't want to say retirees, but people when they kind of, they kind of hit their limit in UFC and maybe on the downhill slide of their career, they can actually come and extend their careers over in WWE for a few years.
No, absolutely. It's interesting. Don't forget about Gronk either, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not just MMA, but professional football. I mean, I think it's great. It gives these guys a place to compete and continue their careers, make money, and also it's got it, like we just mentioned a couple minutes ago, it's got to be Vince McMahon just love it because it brings over new fans. Some MMA guys might be interested in seeing Brock Lesnar, and once Gronk gets fully going, there's going to be a ton of NFL people who really never gave WWE a chance, and they're going to go see what the hell he's doing, what antics he's up to. So, yeah, it's awesome. When's it going to be the first baseball or basketball player? That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, exactly. It's coming, too. It's coming at some point. But, all that being said, obviously we got WrestleMania on tap. I'm looking at these odds, and I see Charlotte Flair a plus 135 to Rhea Ripley. I think you just earned some of my money there. I think I'm going to go and
right.
I'm going to take Charlotte Flair at plus 135. But in addition to WrestleMania, I know you still got a lot going on. We've got the the online casino going there. We've got some esports betting happening. Obviously, we've got the elections still coming up. There's still a lot to bet on at Bet Online.
Yeah, there is. I mean, I believe I mentioned it last week, the casino and the poker room, they're setting record numbers. People still want to bet, and everybody knows how to play blackjack, so might as well go play a few hands tonight to keep yourself entertained while you're watching Netflix. Poker room, huge poker tournaments going on. The Bad Beat jackpot's well over $100,000. And then in the sports book, we're putting out more content than ever. That's one of the such a challenging time and everything, but if there's a little silver lining here from our perspective, from the business perspective, is we're really pushing the limits and seeing what else is out there. I mean, we put up Russian ping pong odds, table tennis a couple weeks ago, and the action we're getting on Russian ping pong or table tennis, it's through the roof. I mean, this iRacing's been huge on the weekend. The NASCAR guys, they've been all doing this iRacing, which is really cool. I'm not a big race guy, but I watched it the last 2 weekends. It's really cool. It's produced great. It's on FS1, and we're putting up odds on that, and people are betting that. So these simulated games now for Madden, we're going to start doing that. I mean, there's just so many different possibilities. Once the real sports comes back, I mean, I know my boss are going to be like, keep going with all this other crazy stuff too. So we'll have, once these real sports come back, oh my God, we're going to have to hire about 100 new people.
Yeah, well, and that being said, you and I, as sports guys, we're fans. I was talking with my wife about this the other day, and I said, you know what's going to happen here is I said everybody's sitting at home, and obviously, you know, they're going to bet online. They're finding some entertainment and betting on some of these other odds and ends. But not only you guys, but sports in general, I think when this thing does clear, you're going to see sold-out arenas like we haven't seen before. I think TV ratings are going to go through the roof for sports. I mean, I think people right now are salivating for live sports and entertainment and betting, and I think this is really going to be like, you know, a shot in the arm to the industry once it does come back, man.
No, absolutely. It's going to be one hell of a party, whether that's a month away, 2 months away, 3 months away, whatever. Hopefully not much soon after that, And yeah, there's gonna be all sorts of. I mean, we're thinking, you know, they're postponing the Masters, they're postponing the Kentucky Derby, everything. I mean, once all these sports come up, it's gonna be a logjam, and you know, I can see September. Like, I think Kentucky Derby is gonna be in September on an NFL and college football weekend, and who knows, there might be a golf major that weekend. Who the hell knows what else is gonna be either postponed or starting early from next year, and holy cow, it's going to be a hell of a party. So we just got to get to that point sooner rather than later, hopefully.
I know, you know, I'm obviously a racer, and, you know, we got the Indy 500 running in August this year. And everybody's like, what in the world is going on? Indy 500 in August, what? You know, it's just crazy, like you said. I think one of the big gray areas, too, and obviously we got NBA and NHL. They're going to wrap up at some point. But I think, you know, we got Major League Baseball, which – you know, about this time where, you know, everybody's kind of fired up, opening day and things like that. And it's kind of put a pause on things. And I think it's going to be interesting with spring training cut short, what's going to happen with the Major League Baseball calendar. And I think once things kind of come, I think that's one of the big, you know, I think probably one of the biggest storylines in sports right now is what's actually going to happen with baseball. You know, how's this going to affect the season? And, you know, me as a fan, that's kind of got me excited because we might see something a little bit different than we've seen for, you know, the past 100 years, you know?
No, absolutely. And, you know, I've been a big baseball fan all my life. It's probably my first love was baseball, but, you know, it's kind of, I've lost a lot of love for it over the years, and just part of that is just those seasons are so dang long, and you know, there's so many games, you know, and it just kind of drags on and on and on. So, you know, maybe a shortened season will, or some kind of different scheduling or playoff scheduling or something will add a little juice to it for guys like me, because I know I'm not alone. Yeah, sure, you got all your diehard guys, but there are guys like me who are like, you know, we pay attention to it, but we're not the diehard guys we used to be. So maybe that'll pump a little juice into the MLB fans.
Yeah, you know, and I've always said that, you know, it's one thing about baseball, you know, you miss a game during the middle of the week and you got something going. It's like, no worries, I'll tune in tomorrow night. You got something like the NFL where they only play 16 times a year. Oh, man, you miss a game, it's a big deal. You know, you don't want to miss one, you know. And I always felt like baseball, that might be a hindrance to baseball at some point, you know. It's like I think maybe we're going to see something a little different this year.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why NFL, man, and those 16 games, they're you got to see them, and that they're so important to the schedule, and that's why the setup for gambling is so great on it. You know, everybody's betting on those games that weekend. And whereas baseball, you miss a couple of days, you miss a week, there's going to be a ton of games next week and for the next 4 months.
Yeah. So we got WrestleMania this weekend. I know I'm gonna be tuned in. I'm gonna go over and donate some money to you guys because I got a feeling I don't know. I was really hot on Bet Online for a while, and you know what, the tides have turned, and I think I'm giving everything back to you guys. So we'll see what's going on this weekend. Hopefully I can come out on top.
All right, get in those Russian ping pong odds, man.
You know, I'm going to go over there and look. Let's pull up table tennis. I got it right now in front of me here.
Yeah, bet on Igor or Vladimir or something like that.
Yeah, Viktor Ivanov right there. He's plus 123. So maybe I need to go throw $10 in. Yeah, well, I appreciate the time, Dave. Always fun having you on, buddy, and I'm sure we'll catch up soon.
Awesome. Take care.
Well, that is about it. You know, WrestleMania 36 this weekend. Get your bets on at Bet Online. Big thanks to Dave Mason for calling in. Big thanks to Alex Rossi for the time today. Make sure and go over to Apple Podcasts. Hit the subscribe button to the show. Much appreciated for all of you who continue to support us It's been a fun ride. Be safe out there. Please be safe. Big thanks to Bet Online, Geico. Use that promo code podcast1 over there at Bet Online. Get a 100% sign-up bonus. Once again, at Jim Beaver 15 on social media. Give me a follow. We'll be back next week. We got Kelly Earnhardt. That is right. You know her from Junior Motorsports, Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s sister, Dale Earnhardt's daughter. She is a NASCAR marketing and business machine. She'll be on the show next week right here on Project Action on Podcast One. You don't want to miss. Most definitely. All right. Have a great week. See you next time.
A&E and Podcast One present PD Stories with Tom Morris Jr. Join Tom every Tuesday as he takes us behind the badge and walks a mile in an officer's shoes.
The minute I got into law enforcement, I said, I want to find people that don't want to be found.
There were people running across the bridge to get out of the city.
From the World Trade Center.
Yes.
Our job is to also be a vanguard for communities of color.
Get new episodes of PD Stories every Tuesday on Spotify, Podcast One, and Apple Podcasts.
Estos 18 años de matrimonio me han parecido como 10 minutos. Bajo el agua.
Esta relación está en crisis y la solución será un insólito acuerdo.
Vamos a darnos 100 días. 100 días de libertad.
100 días para vivir otras experiencias.
100 días para hacer lo que queramos.
Para sentir algo diferente.
Para disfrutar la vida.
100 días para enamorarnos. Estreno martes 28 de abril, 9/8 Centro, por Telemundo.